Finding a profitable niche on Etsy is actually easier than you may think. If you are brand new or if you have an Etsy shop and you're struggling because your niche is just too small or you're just not finding that the niche is buying stuff, well, this video is going to be for you because I'm going to share with you what I call niche stacking. And what that is basically taking a collection of niches, but not ones that aren't related. And I'm actually going to share with you how your competitors or your future competitors can kind of help you find these sub niches that we can then kind of bolt together and create a nice brand that will serve all of these sub niches, but will all go together. Our biggest thing that we're always trying to do here is really create a brand that if one customer purchased something, they would buy something else again in the future. It's a lot easier when you have related sub niches versus just going out there and trying to find the latest trend. So I'm going to share an example with you here today in this video. I'm actually going to share with you a product that's doing like $28,000 a month. And I use that product to help me establish a brand that could be built around it in these sub niches. And I'll go through this process with you so you can see the example that I'll share with you here today. And hopefully that will help you start thinking outside the box. Oh, and if you stick around, I'm going to actually share with you how I would build this brand knowing what I know now after doing this research. So you're going to want to stick around for that. So let me just give you a little backstory on how I arrived at this niche that I'm about to share with you and these sub niches. Well, I was doing a video not that long ago where I was showing 5 different products that were kind of mind-blowing. And one of them was crystals. And as I was doing that research, I started to see that people were searching for sun catchers. So then I went ahead and I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and look up sun catchers and see what happens. And that is where I got the idea for today's video to share with you, because the minute I saw that, I started to go through this process without recording it. And I said, you know what, let me just record it. So this way here, you guys can kind of see in my brain on kind of how I operate and how I think about this and how this just opens up your thinking. So this way here, you can broaden out and start to really piggyback. And as I call it, stack these sub niches. So with that being said, let's dive in. So the first thing I did was I went over here and I just typed in sun catcher. And then what I did is I said, okay, let's go ahead and just see what the auto suggest says. And I have sun catcher crystal for windows, sticker for car, stained glass for windows hanging, and all of these things, right? So I said, okay, let's do it sun catcher for windows and see what comes up. And then I see this here where it says most loved in sun catcher for windows. And then I see all of these. Well, I am using a tool. And if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you guys know that I'm a big fan of Everbee. And yes, I am an affiliate for it. And if you'd like to try it, you can for free. Go through my link, brandcreators.com/Everbee, and you can try it for free. You'll get like 10 searches. So give it a try. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just basically going right here and I am clicking on product analytics. And then what this is doing is it's pulling all of the top listings on this page, and I'm going to be able to sort them. It's going through 70 listings. All right, this is where I'm starting. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sort by revenue, okay? Now I can do it by sales or I can do it by revenue. It's usually going to be the same, right? 1,993 sales, $28,000 and 7,973 total sales, all right? So this is it right here. Crystal sun catchers. Crystal sun catchers. All right. I just put in sun catcher, but it's crystal. So we know that that's another keyword that I would want to pay attention to. All right. Done really well. Then I see another one down here, another one here. Okay. So I see all of these things. All right. So that's the starting point. All right. So I go, wow, there's a product here. But as you guys know, I don't like to just launch products and hope it does well and hope that it can support the business. I want it to be a multi-product business in a niche, but this isn't really a niche, crystal sun catchers, right? So let's do this now. Let's go ahead and go over to that listing and take a look at it. Now you can see it's $13.04, but there's probably some options here. Yeah, so if you want to get all 7 of them, they're $49.49, and it appears that people have, right? 20 people have them in their carts. So this is a pretty good product here. And it's been selling for, well, I can tell you how long it's been selling because I can use the plugin right here. And it's been selling for 4 months. Wow, that's insane, okay? So here's the first thing that I'm looking at for clues on what this is really being targeted towards, okay? Who is actually buying this? I can look down here in the tags. So I have rainbow maker, light catcher, evil eye, Christmas ornaments. That doesn't pertain. Best friend gift. Nah, that's not really a niche. So am I seeing any niches here? The one that I'm seeing is maybe this evil eye. And the evil eye, I did a little bit of research before. I think that has something to do with like tarot cards or something along those lines. I don't know for sure. But we're going to look into that. But nothing else really here. Boho, decor, maybe, but it's not really, I'm not really going to build something out as that. So I wouldn't say that that would be something I would go off of. But what have they done already in their title? Anything? Moon, evil eye, window, prism, witchy decor. Now, I didn't realize this, but witchy decor is a thing. It's actually a niche. And it's like not just the witchy decor, but it's like witchy stuff, right? So that's a thing. All right. So I'm putting that up here. I'm like, okay, that's something. Now, I could sell this product and I could tailor it towards witchy decor. I could do this moon evil eye thing, right? So maybe those are kind of in the same niche. All right. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at kind of taking these niches and stacking them. So what else could I do in these is the question. So let's look at a few of these. So if I went to witchy decor, I'm curious to see what comes up. All right, well, there we go. And there's actually a shop that is dedicated to it, but I'm also seeing we have all of these different categories inside of this. So this is a niche in itself, right? And then these are all of like these sub niches that are in there. So these all would be under this, okay? So that's a good sign. So whenever you're doing your research, if you see that underneath here, there's these things, these are like sub niches, right? So, and I say sub niches, they're related to this niche, okay? But what I would want to do is run the numbers on this. So we have a bunch of stuff that we can look through, all right? And it looks like there's definitely stuff selling, right? Now, is this stuff that I can sell? I don't know that yet, but I am just exploring the niche. And it looks like for this right here, there's a lot of sales here, lots of sales, okay? Different things. I'd have to look through all these products, which I'm not going to do, but you can see like, so that's probably something that could be a sub niche. Now, the other thing I'm seeing here is moon evil eye. So I may look at that, but I may also just look at moon and see what comes up. So we have moon necklace, ring, earrings. So people are into moon stuff. So I'm seeing this one right here. This one here kind of catching my eye, moon phases. So let's go ahead and click on that. Now, once again, like I said before, check this out. Here's moon phases, and then these are all of these other categories or product types that are being sold. All right. So I can go ahead and look through here. I see a shirt here. I see another one. All right. So you see where I'm going here, right? So let's go ahead and run the numbers here. Okay. So we're going to basically do the same thing. And then, wow, look at this one. I don't even know what this is, but this is $34,000. And there's that crystal sun catchers again. Another one here, right? And then we have this shirt right here. Okay, so we have this shirt. Let's check that out. So I'm just looking at this. I'm gathering information and I'm seeing, is there something here that potentially could be another sub niche? Maybe astrology, astronomy, right? Maybe any of those. We have moon phase. We have moon evil eye. We have all of that stuff. So do you see where I'm going with this, right? So we started with just that sun catcher crystal thing. Okay. And that is not necessarily a niche, but we could find these other things that could be sub niches that could be bolted on to round out this thing. And then you may find out that, you know what, we're going to go all in the direction of moon phase, right? And then go down that road. So that's how I am taking this and I'm building it out. So what would I do if I was to build off of this and actually start to build a brand using the information that I just discovered? Well, number one, I would do more research. But if I was to say, with looking at this and looking at the numbers, I would probably say going after the moon phase and then going down that road. That's where I would start. The first thing that I would probably do is start launching t-shirts and sweatshirts. And I know if you've watched any of my other videos, you were probably like, well, Scott, you always said that you don't like that because everyone else can do that. This is true, but I can do it very quickly. Then what I would do is I would take those designs and I would start to put them on other products, like blankets. I actually found this here when I was doing my preparation for this video, and check this out. Moon phase throw blanket. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to go ahead and run this and look at. We've got total sales 692, estimated monthly sales 171, 4,162. Okay, estimated on the monthly from this blanket right here. Okay, so I would do a variety of different blankets. Why? Well, because there's something that not everyone else is doing. And we can look at this here. We can go ahead and bring that up in price. We're going to do the size. Most people are going to want the bigger one. So your numbers are going to increase because now we can sell this thing for $58.73. And I know from experience selling these types of blankets at $58, you're probably going to make about $20 on this right here, $20 to $25, depending. Okay. The margins on these are really, really good. So that's what I would do. I would go after that market right now, but then I would start to add on other markets that could be in that witch decor. Maybe that's it. And then from there, maybe I go into the spiritual side of things, right? So I'm going to keep building that out, but everything that's inside of this shop will definitely be around using crystals for sun catching in these sub niches. So that's how I would do it. So hopefully this video has been helpful. If it has, do me a favor, smash the like button, drop a comment down below. I'll definitely answer them in the comments. And if you did find this video useful, then I'm gonna put another video right here that actually walks you through what I would do starting right now from scratch in 2023 to build out a brand on Etsy. Go ahead and watch that one next. And once again, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video for you, and I'll see you in the next.